We grow basketball here is the mantra of the Hoosier State. The Boilermakers out west in Phoenix and a future #1 WNBA draft pick due northeast in Cleveland, Ohio. But here on a beautiful Sunday down in New Albany, Indiana, 40 aspiring athletes have switched out their high tops and laced up their boots as we get ready for the debut of UPSL soccer here on the ISC Sports Network. A pleasant afternoon, everyone. Alongside my broadcast partner, Brant McCoskey, I'm John Natale, and the home season for Southern Indiana FC begins today at the Green Valley Soccer Complex as they play host to Chattanooga United FC. Going to bring in my partner, Brant McCoskey. And Brant, you couldn't ask for better conditions. You look at the crowd, you just look at all the fanfare that Southern Indiana FC has brought to New Albany, the excitement, everything behind it. These guys are ready to go. They're here to win.
They're absolutely ready to go, John. And you know what? Looking at the field, it really makes me want to lace up my boots and get back out there myself, my friend. Super excited to be here with you. It's going to be a great day for some soccer.
We've seen Southern Indiana come off in a very impressive 4-1 victory last week against FK Hahn in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and they look sharp. And really, Brant, really what it is at this point, having new franchise, brand new to the UPSL, ready to take this KYTN division by storm, in which they have really come off with a lot of offensive firepower. But now the pieces are out there. They've got 20 strong players on that pitch. Now it's just finding that chemistry, the units that work together to bring it all together. This team can really do something here in their opening spring season.
Yep, absolutely. You know, we saw it a lot last week. You know, bringing that chemistry together. They were really ruthless in front of goal last week. They were great defensively. They really limited the opportunity out in front of the goal for FK Hahn. And I'm really excited to see what they can do today, help build that chemistry and build this team forward.
Chattanooga United comes here 0-1, a kind of a crushing loss almost last week. Just an unfortunate situation. The keeper came out a little bit early, but a heck of a finish to go down 1-0 for their only game and loss of the season. But they're up here just as Southern Indiana FC is ready to go. They are too. They made the trip. They look good. A lot of positive energy when we were down there talking to them on the field. And I think it's going to be one whale of a match. It was only 1-0 when they played, so you have a defensive-minded team versus an offensive-minded team. Something's got to break. We're going to do it here in New Albany.
Well, in Chattanooga FC, they have a couple great dynamic players that can get forward, right? What can Chattanooga do to break that seal, get open, make a play in front of goal, and stop, Southern Indiana FC from breaking through first?
One thing that's really going to help out Southern Indiana FC on this one is the return of team leader and #1 keeper Zane Love. He was bothered by the injury bug for a few weeks, but Sean Rippey last week really came in, played really, really well, just gave up that one goal on a PK, but nonetheless, they get their team leader back, the 6'5", 195 from Madison, Indiana. Big, strong presence in that goal, but he leads his team. He's yelling, he's calling out directions. That's what you want in your net.
Zane's going to have two asks from his guys today. Get a goal early, get that lead, and keep players out of the box. Make his life easy.
It's Southern Indiana FC in their white kits, Chattanooga United in the blue, and we are ready here for some soccer. The debut of Southern Indiana FC here at the Green Valley Soccer Complex in New Albany, Indiana. And we are underway. What we're going to see here is probably the first few minutes. Everybody going to get settled in, find a rhythm, find what combinations are going to work throughout this match. We'll have a throw in early on the far side. You can see the shot there. Not typical for a UPSL game. I mean, the community has really shown out. Got a lot of people bringing the chairs, kids running around on the sidelines there. This is a great turnout for game number 1. And with the way that the Southern Indiana football clubbers play, there's going to be more coming out throughout this 6-game home season.
John, and what I love seeing, too, before the game, the players were out there signing autographs for the fans. The kids are excited. The fans are excited. It's going to be a lot of fun here today.
Well, the impressive thing, Brant, is that they were doing it here, but they were out in the community before this. They were out and about, meeting everybody out in the community, going everywhere they have to go. Here's a run early, and finally Mara. Oh, into the box, into the 18. Keeper comes out, and it's still in the 18. That's got to be cleared. And what are we going to have here? Early action inside the 18. And it looks like we're going to have a PK early here.
That's a penalty, John.
And it is. Our head referee, Kevin Kernan, didn't like something. He brought up the foul, and already an opportunity.
Looks like Dikey's going to take it.
Dikey Ozawa is just out to an amazing start.
Got a yellow early, too.
And we're going to have a card. So it wasn't drawn out early, but I believe that's going to go on Nicholas Amponsa.
Penalty kick upcoming for Dikey Ozawa.
So Dikey, see if he can get his 5th point. And he does, to the right side of the net.
Fantastic finish by Dikey.
And Southern Indiana FC, hold your hats high. The first home goal of the season by none other than number 33, Dikey Ozawa, here in the 2nd minute on a PK on good offense. 1-0 Southern Indiana FC.
Low into the corner, John. That's exactly where you want to go. That's exactly where you want to go. Dikey knew exactly where to go with it and put it into the corner of the net. Fantastic finish.
And Brant, we talked about it, the attack, the aggressiveness of Southern Indiana FC on the offensive side, doing it early, causing pressure. Up 1-0 real quick in the 2nd minute.
You said it yourself, John. You know, talking to Coach Minnis earlier this week, he said he wanted to put the pedal to the metal early, get pressure early, take advantage of those goal-scoring opportunities early, and make Chattanooga earn it.
And now another breakaway. And the flag goes up. So just a hair over that line offside it is. So it'll go the other way for Navy.
Took off a little too early there.
Good pressure here. And Southern Indiana recollects. And there's a ball into the 18.
Good look for Dikey there.
Royas collects that. Chattanooga coming off a 1-0 loss last week.
Now the question is, John, you're down 1-0 early. What can you do if you're Chattanooga to get back into this game, knowing the pressure that Southern Indiana FC is putting on you already?
And only one game into the season, Brant, but Chattanooga came into the season not as an offensive-minded team. Their strength was their defense, the smarts that they play on that back line, and where does that offense come from? Scoring no goals in the last match, we don't know. We just simply don't know where that's going to come from. So we're going to have to see if they can construct anything to get something going on the offensive end.
And you're right, John. Being a defensive-minded team, they're really going to have to build from the back to help grow that offense.
There was an opportunity, but no whistle. So we play on.
Incredible pressure by Southern Indiana FC so far.
And now here's a chance in the 18. Florexile with it. Into the middle, no one home. Royas collects, and he'll send the troops forward. This ball launched. Pretty decent ball here. Got to get it clear, and they do. Good defense. And now more offensive pressure. Ozawa. Here's Mara. Oh, great shot, but an even better save. And we'll have our first corner set piece of the afternoon.
Great build-up from the back by SIFC. Get it to Dikey in the middle. Good ball up to the front. Now we got a set piece on the side.
And this is what you want to see, that early offensive pressure, keep Chattanooga on their heels. And so far, the Teal is doing that. And Ozawa will take this.
Biggest thing for SIFC on these corners is being organized on the set piece. Being organized. What can they do to cause some chaos in the box?
Ozawa from Ehime, Japan, but grew up in Kyoto. One of the most beautiful cities out in Japan, and he's here doing his thing in New Albany. Corner, and that ball lofted over the top, and we'll have a goal kick.
Good ball in by Daiki.
At Chicken Salad Chick, we make our food from scratch every day using fresh quality ingredients. 12 flavors of chicken salad plus soup, side, sandwiches, and desserts. Whether you're craving traditional, savory, spicy, or fruity and nutty chicken salad, we have something for everyone. Visit Chicken Salad Chick on Veterans Parkway in Jeffersonville. Coming soon to the Oxmoor Mall in Louisville, or order online today. We have another corner. It'll be Ozawa again from the right side. Here it comes. Ball into the middle. It's up in the air, still in the 18. Bicycle kick, nothing doing. More aesthetic than anything, and it's cleared. And good hustle there. But that's going to be a throw-in going the way of Chattanooga.
Great pressure by Southern Indiana FC so far.
This ball played forward. There's Florexile. And Lee Florexile, kind of an interesting story. Kind of came out of nowhere. The owner, Nick Hunter, had his eyes on a player and kept telling his team, hey, that guy's good, that guy's good. Next thing you know, he's wearing number 3 for the Teals. So the boss man out on the scouting trail making right decisions, because Florexile is something to be reckoned with on that offensive side.
Chattanooga here needs to get some pressure on the ball.
There's a good through ball. It's Ibrahim Kadic. David loses it. Good defense there from Chattanooga. And they'll play it ahead. So the boys in white just working it around, trying to create something here. Get it into the middle. And now it comes out on the boot of Chattanooga. Good through ball. To the left side. Oh, through the wickets. Can they clear? And is that in or outside the box? That's real close. We'll see where they place this. We're going to have a yellow. And good move there. And, well, who is the yellow on? I mean, that was a lot of body right there. From Makinen. So I'm not sure who the yellow's on, but Eric Munoz is over there. He's going to take the set piece just outside of the box. And that's Matteo Finazzi. Not sure if he got the yellow, or we'll see. We'll get that official call, but an opportunity here for Chattanooga just outside the 18.
Great deflection out.
And good defense recovery by SIFC, and now it's played back from Chattanooga. So the card went to number 23, Finn Rayleigh from Kakuma, Kenya. Able to have a little conversation with Finn early. He very excited. Step on the pitch this afternoon. Perfect weather. Great team member. He was very proud of just what the community, just before, I mean, about an hour before match time, Brand, is what we saw, and he just couldn't believe what he was seeing out from the crowd standpoint, but he's ready to play today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's going to be a fun player to watch.
I beg your pardon. Finn Rayleigh right here. Here's a set piece into the middle. Head ball, still trouble. Header again, and Zane Love with that 6'5" frame grabs it.
Use that wingspan.
That's why he's out there. Almost looked like Zach Eady out there. But good anticipation from the starting keeper.
Good build up from the back.
So some offensive pressure there from Chattanooga. And had an opportunity, but that flag went up about 6 seconds before David had a chance to do anything. He knew it. So we'll go the other way for Navy. Just a gorgeous Sunday afternoon for opening day for Southern Indiana FC down here at the Green Valley Soccer Complex.
Well, one thing we saw, John, is that Chattanooga could build and build quick. What Southern Indiana FC doesn't want to do is get beat over the top. That was one thing Coach Minnis said that they do not want to do, is get beat over the top, make sure that they're organized at the back.
Trying to clear space, but good pressure from White. This ball played up front and offside. So this will go the other way.
Good ball in by Chattanooga, just unfortunate timing on the run.
So the girl early on the penalty kick by Daiki Ozawa in the 2nd minute has Southern Indiana FC up 1-0 here. The home opener. SIFC coming off a very impressive 4-1 victory last week against FK Han on the road. Number 1 is always the sweetest, especially when it literally is number 1.
That's right.
And here they have an opportunity to impress the home fans, already up 1-0 on their home pitch. We'll have a throw. McCone and Claire got a little handsy and footsie over there, so it's going to go the other way. Claire actually born in Syracuse, New York, but of Belize nationality.
I'll see if he can switch to the field here.
Here's Rayleigh. And that'll go the other way. Not sure why that whistle was called, but it was.
Looked like a handball,
John.
John.
Not a handball, okay. Kevin Kernan says, let's go. And we're back underway. Kevin Kernan, our lead referee today, and wearing the Reds. Fine officiating crew. There's Mara. Now he'll play it back. And ball ahead to the left wing. Now an opportunity. Into the box. Looking for some help. That was Finazzi. Gets it back. Now we're back outside the 18. Good pressure out there. And that'll stay with the Teal. Throw in. And now into the middle. They're going to try to switch. Here's Rayleigh. Oh, had a chance, but good defense from Chattanooga. They'll replay it back. Finazzi trying to split the defense, couldn't do it. The ball in the air, and Mara comes up with it. And now long ball to the side, and that's going to stay in. Koze into the 18. Just a little bit heavy on the feet, lost it, but they get it back. Here's Finazzi. Ball into the middle. Now they'll call that a shot, but good hands from Royas, and he'll boot this away. So just couldn't quite get the opportunity that they had there. That's a dangerous ball. Some pressure, but they'll get it out. So right now, Brant, Chattanooga not getting a lot of opportunities inside the 18. And a lot of this possession so far in this first half has belonged to SIFC.
Yeah, John, one of the keys to victory, as Coach Minnis told us earlier this week, is dominating the midfield, control the midfield. Don't let Chattanooga get very many opportunities, right? Make Zane's job a lot easier. And so far, SIFC is doing just that.
Was the ball through. David couldn't get it. Alfanazi, and that ball's going to go wide. Chattanooga trying to move fast and played out. So they're getting down the field just in the unconventional way, throw-ins down the left side.
Again, SIFC has got to be organized at the back for these quick transitions by Chattanooga.
Just came up upon the 16th minute. Here's an opportunity inside the 18, and Chattanooga will have a set piece on the left wing. And it looks like it's Eric Munoz, number 23. Or is that Macon and Claire? Regardless, in the air, headed out, but still in possession. And no whistle, play on. And now some numbers for White. Can they capitalize? A run down the left side. Jose into the middle, still controls. Good footwork. Now with speed into the 18. Oh, good defense. But if we're going to have a player down.
That was a great step on defense. Unfortunate for the injury.
And it looks like abdominal or somewhere around that region. Not sure exactly what happened. We'll take some time here. Doghouse Beer Garden, the home of mind-blowing hot dogs, burgers, sausages, and chicken served on grilled King's Hawaiian rolls, is coming soon in New Albany. Your official watch party zone for Southern Indiana Football Club is opening this May. With more than 50 locations nationwide, they deliver practically everywhere. And you can see a shot there of Coach Minnis on the right. He's been a busy man, not just for his club, but also around the community. A very key point, Bran, is what, as you mentioned, with them signing autographs and being out there and representing themselves to everybody that has shown up today. And then just doing it on their off time, too. Being out in the community, showing their face, letting them know that, hey, if I go to Walmart, you can go to Walmart. I'll talk to you about soccer and what we're doing here on the pitch at New Albany. And just everything that they're doing is the right thing. They have constructed this very well. The game plan that they have has been top-notch since day one.
Yeah, SIFC as a club, they're doing it the right way. The players are excited. The entire administration's excited, from the front office to the fans, right? Everybody here is excited about this club being here and what they're doing.
You can see the fans right there just, bringing the whole family out. It's a great time. And it's also, you see the little kiddos out there, and we're actually talking to a couple of them, but something to look forward to in the future is the SIFC Youth Academy, which launches this fall. They'll serve as a true development platform for youth within Southern Indiana and the surrounding communities. Competing on a national platform, the SIFC Youth Academy consists of full-time coaching staff, directors, encompass a full-time training facility, new technology, so much more. If anybody out there is interested or you need any further information, just go to the website, fill out the Academy informational form on the website, and stay tuned on all the social media platforms, tryout dates, ID sessions, more information. The SIFC Youth Academy will be changing the game, paving the way for more opportunity, more accessibility, and a true pathway for the youth here in Southern Indiana. So we'll see what official word we get on the injury there. Hope that young man's okay.
John, not only is the beautiful game of soccer growing in the state of Indiana, but right here in New Albany, you look out in the crowd, so many kids in the crowd, they're enjoying it, they're having fun. That youth academy, you better believe that's going to be some exciting stuff.
And that's where it starts, Brent, is, you know, these kids, they have a lot of options. And here in the state of Indiana, you know, you hear the stories all the time outside of the state borders that every house has a basketball hoop plastered to the side. And kids are out there till 10, 11 o'clock in the dirt shooting against a basketball. But soccer has here's a good through ball.
in.
And they call them off. So that was a great through ball, but Dykey just a little bit ahead. And that'll go the other way.
That was a great pass. Dykey got a little too excited on his run. Great defensive trap. Caught him offsides.
Now the other way. Chattanooga just trying to create. Right now, it seems that Chattanooga's game plan is just play it forward and see if someone can come under it. Really not constructing any offensive structure to get anything going on their offensive third of the field. And this ball ahead. And we'll be off again. So far, Southern Indiana's just been a little antsy on those through balls.
Yeah, we talked earlier with some of the players before the game, and we know that they had a few more opportunities last week to get a couple more goals on the board, and I think they'll look back on this one thinking, hey, you know what, had we not gotten so antsy on a couple of runs, we may have had a couple more here today too.
A good challenge in the middle. And right now, really just all in favor of Southern Indiana, both defensively and offensively. Oh, here's a good run by Mara on the right side. 1v1 with a shot, and it's blocked. Good defense, good recovery defense. And now Rayleigh, he'll try to set up. He's got Florexile by him, and he'll get it back. Cameron Cool now into the middle. Fanazzi now. They'll get it back. And you can see the patience here. You can see the ball movement. Good touches. Not in a hurry, just making sure they make the right pass.
Yeah, John, you can see the patience. You can see them controlling the midfield, controlling the pace of the game right now.
And good through ball. Koze, can he get there? He does, but good recovery defense by Chattanooga. Now possession of White into the 18. And Royas will pick it up.
Good ball, just too much pace.
And there's a good ball. Cruz Jackson was there and wanted a call but didn't get one.
Zane getting involved.
Kevin Kernan not interested. We play on. Trying to work this right side for Southern Indiana. The home opener, Green Valley Soccer Complex in New Albany, Indiana, on just an absolutely gorgeous day.
You couldn't ask for a better day like this. I mean, this is fantastic.
Here on the ISC Sports Network. If you're watching at home on a laptop or maybe streaming at Roku, Xbox One, wherever you are, you can download the app, Google Play, Apple, if you're on the go. ISC Sports Network, bringing you their debut of the UPSL. John Natali alongside my broadcast partner, Brant McCoskey, and we are just ecstatic to be a part of this. Now here's Koze, now into the box. And that kind of, Brant and I had to look a little bit. We saw some net movement, but it was from the outside of the cage, so we'll go a goal kick the other way.
Played with the eyes a little bit.
And you can hear some noise out there from the crowd here. And we got ourselves a little scuffle. I'm sure they're saying that Chattanooga's probably rooting for Connecticut, and Cameron Cool probably says, no, our Boilermakers are going to go.
Just a little friendly Sunday soccer.
Maybe discussing, is it going to be Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark, #1 draft pick for the Indiana Fever? Lots to talk about in the state of Indiana. I'm sure that's a conversation down there. We'll play friendly.
A little sportsmanship there.
Of course. But it's going to go the other way. Already starting to see some frustration, I believe, more on behalf of Chattanooga, but Southern Indiana, they're a tough squad. You can see the size, Brandon, you can see the size advantage that Chattanooga has, but it's the speed and really the stockiness of Southern Indiana that really makes them stick out, able to find some seams. And here's a great ball, and Florexile was right there, but just a little heavy.
That was a great pass into the middle. Florexile just couldn't get there, unfortunately.
And good hustle there by Mara, but that'll go the other way.
Yeah, SIFC definitely built for speed and pressure, which is what Coach Andrew Minnis preaches. Speed, pressure, pedal to the metal from the go. And that's the way it's been all day today so far.
And Cool. Rayleigh splits. And just a front ball. And really right now, Brandon, as I just mentioned a few minutes ago, is that it's just really one attacker for Chattanooga. Just play it forward, hope he finds a seam. But that is what soccer is all about. Sometimes you can dominate for 88, 89 minutes in a match. That one mistake, and all of a sudden you either find yourself in a draw and or a loss.
It just takes one. It just takes one good through ball, one pass over the top, and they're in. Can change a whole game.
Zane Love, the starting keeper, off from injury, his first start from Madison, Indiana.
Zane's back, but like you said, Sean had a great match last week.
And Kevin Kernan, every time he blows the whistle, he's got to go over and talk to a player. That was Mackin and Claire. He's been a little bit everywhere in this match. Kind of got his feet and everything.
Well, and you see these fouls from Chattanooga, and you can tell that it's getting a little chippy, more so out of frustration, I think. They just can't keep possession at this point.
Mara had an inkling, had Ozawa out there, but that ball heavy will go for a goal kick. Forever Long Kentuckiana is a premium synthetic turf partner of SIFC, specializing in residential putting greens, playgrounds, dog runs, and mini sports fields, as well as commercial dog parts, full sports fields, and playgrounds. No job is too big or too small with Forever Lawn Kentuckiana. The grass is always greener with Forever Lawn. Another opportunity for Cruz Jackson, and he's just having a tough time trying to get through the menacing defense of Haji Abkadir. Another team leader for Coach Minnis. Abkadir, not just a fantastic player in that back line. Here's a ball into the 18 that's cleared. But Abkadir runs his own clinics, teaching the youth. We had talked about the youth academy. He's big on that. That's really what he wants to start. It's what he's trying to build on his own dime outside of playing here for SIFC. It's just a remarkable story. And number 5, definitely a Swiss Army knife here for Coach Minnis and Southern Indiana.
Well, and you'll see this as this club continues to move on. It's not just one player. It's all players getting involved in the community, John. And they love doing it. They love being out with the fans. The kiddos just having a great time with it.
And Bran, as a player yourself, is as you're doing that, and this ball will find its way to Rojas, he'll punt it out. But as you're doing this, and not just engaging with the community, you're engaging with your teammates. You're getting closer to them, finding out who they are, and building those relationships in season 1, and that is so important. And that's why early you can tell the difference of when Southern Indiana takes a pitch versus some of these other teams, is that they're ready to go, but they know each other. They kind of read each other out, and that's doing a lot of that community involvement. And that's a big part of this whole plan for Southern Indiana.
Yeah, building that relationship both on and off the field is absolutely crucial. Building that chemistry, you become friends no matter where you go in your career, right? You're going to be longtime friends, hopefully, and just building that relationship is huge.
And President and owner Nick Hunter has done a great job in his front office staff. There's Jessica, CJ, Andrew, the sporting director. I mean, he's out there coaching, doing a little bit of everything, but everybody involved in this project is top class, and we get a chance to work with them, and it's just been, the hospitality to us has been fantastic since we arrived, and we are so excited to work with them this season.
Yeah, you and I both showed up a couple hours before kick today, and we were out mingling with the players, Andrew, Nick, the crowd. The crowd was starting to file in when we were pulling in, and just they got here early. They showed up early to cheer these guys on, and it's been fun to watch.
And any UPSL fans out there, you can see our camera shots just looking at those bleacher sections and the fans to the right side of the pitch, bringing their lawn chairs, the family. This is unprecedented. Great start for Southern Indiana.
Had a tackle back there. Ref said play on.
Here's Mara. Oh, good 1-2 soccer, and we're going to have a foul here, so great opportunity for Southern Indiana on a set piece just outside the 18. See if they can capitalize here.
Biggest thing for these is being organized on these set pieces. What can they do in front of net to cause some ruckus? Get that goalkeeper out of his own way and put it in the back of the net.
So Royas setting up his wall. He's a pretty big presence there. So we'll see what White can do with this. Just past the 32nd minute here in the first half. And
great
what
finish.
A shot!
Great finish. Oh, we got a couple backflips. There we go. Struck beautifully.
And we had just talked about Haji Abkadir, and my goodness, on a frozen rope to the right side of the net. Haji Abkadir with his second goal of the season, his 4th point, and Southern Indiana FC goes up 2-0.
That was such a well-struck ball. Bent it around the wall. Keeper couldn't find it. Put it right in the corner of the net. That's exactly where you want to go. Great finish.
An amazing strike from number 5. So now Chattanooga down 2-0, and Brant, we had mentioned this on the first goal. That was a very quick goal. Usually don't expect it that quick. The PK sets that up. Now you're down 2-0. You really haven't shown any offensive prowess so far. Now, where's it going to come from? Cruz Jackson has been bothered all day up front. And other than him, there's really been no bodies up there. So it's going to be real difficult for Chattanooga to climb back in this one. They got to get at least one, hopefully not going to the half down 2-0.
Well, you see here they're trying to get into play quickly. But unfortunately, as a defensive-minded team, they're going to have to readjust. They're going to have to rethink this because they can't just have one attacker up top and try to do everything. They have got to get something going. Because right now, SIFC is absolutely dominating possession, and they're still keeping up the pressure. If I were Chattanooga's coach, I wouldn't wait to readjust until halftime. I would try to readjust now.
Yeah, you got to go at this point because you really do not want to go down 2-0, and with the pressure that Southern Indiana has been putting on the offensive side, a 3rd goal could be backbreaking. And Brent, you mentioned it, Coach Minnis, is that when you put your foot on the gas, you don't take it off, and that's exactly what Southern Indiana FC has done so far, approaching the 35th minute.
Well, as we talked about, Southern Indiana FC, they got that quick goal early, right? They got that quick goal. Then it was kind of feeling each other out. They had some pressure, but ever since then, it's been go, go, go.
Here's Whaley on the right side into the middle. And that was saved. Good defense there, but that ball's still on the other third. Haji plays it back.
What I love to see from Southern Indiana FC right now is the patience that they have right now to find their teammates. They're not getting a lot of pressure from Chattanooga on the ball, so they have time to figure things out.
And once again, it's the clean, crisp passes from Southern Indiana. And once again, that ball just played into space and nobody home.
For Chattanooga right now, as we just saw, it's a couple touches and then they lose possession. It's a couple touches, they lose possession, and then Southern Indiana FC is right back on the ball.
Ibrahim Kadic thought about it, but you could see the size difference. He just kind of wanted to bother Royas on that one. It'll go the other way. And almost deja vu of last week. It's Abdelkadir and Ozawa with 2 goals, just as they did last week. So now Haji with 4 points on the season and Dike with 5. An amazing start for both. And kind of unprecedented, Brant, because Haji plays in the back. But when you have that skill, we talked about Swiss Army knife. We've said that quite a bit here for Southern Indiana FC. But when you have that skill in the back and you have someone, not just with the ability to come up, but with the confidence because of who's behind you, Zane Love, when you have that ability to come up and be up there and be able to take a shot like that and have your defender basically take a free kick like that on a BB rope, is amazing and a great luxury for Coach Minnis and this Southern Indiana FC club. Here's a through ball. Mara. And Royas will let it collect into his hands and he'll throw it out.
Well, like you said, John, having that confidence to come forward from the back. You know, you see it in a lot of the top-tier clubs as well. Their back players, their confident players are coming up, trying to create up top, because they know what they have behind them, that they can trust those players back there. I've had the luxury of playing with some great players from the back as well when I was up top. So having those teammates in the back is a fantastic luxury.
There's Koze on the left side, and he was off. So 2-0 advantage Southern Indiana, and with all the offside calls so far, if they just let us a couple seconds here and there, Brant, we may have a very different score. But 2-0 is not bad here in the home opener approaching the 38th minute.
Yeah, we talked to Coach earlier this week, and he said this team, this whole club, everybody involved, we're in it to win a championship. We're absolutely in it to win a championship. And they're built for it. They're built for it. They have the speed. They have the power up top, in the middle, in the back. They've got the keeper that they need, built like Zach Eady. And they're absolutely built to win a title.
Here's an opportunity in the 18. Shot with the right, and that ball is going to find the side of the net. So a decent opportunity. That was off the boot of Ben Horchak. But just that, you mentioned wingspan and just the intimidating presence of a 6'5" goalie. Just takes up so much of that open area inside the net. Very smart, very vocal.
Yeah, again, talking to Coach, we had a great conversation with him this week, and he gave us a lot of great information. And Zane he's one of those leaders on the team. He has a great presence for this team, and they look up to him as a leader as well. So having that in the back is huge.
So just past the 39th minute, Southern Indiana up 2-0. I guess you can say 2.5 set pieces. The penalty kick early from Dike. And then just a rocket shot from Haji Abdelkadir on a free kick. That put the Teal up 2-0 here in the first half. A great start for the home opener.
The boys in teal look comfortable. They look absolutely comfortable. Chattanooga, they look off.
So Dikey's going to set this up from the right side. David. Back to Dykey. Here's set piece into the middle. And just mishandled. Jose's out there looking for some help. He'll play it back. Mara now on the far side. And they're going to swing it. Now back to Rayleigh. And Southern Indiana will set up. And for those watching at this point in the juncture, you watch this type of soccer, Brant, and just for people maybe understanding is that, yes, there's not a lot happening here. There's not a lot of action right. But what Southern Indiana is doing is exactly what they should be doing, controlling the possession, keeping it at their feet. Chattanooga has yet to set anything where they feel confident. You had mentioned they look hesitant. They look rattled. And right now, Southern Indiana controlling all the possession and all the touches for Chattanooga is just basically let's kick it somewhere and hope somebody runs under it instead of having those set passes.
Yeah, Dykey looks a little shaken up there.
And we have a player down on the right side.
Like you said, John, you know, Chattanooga, they look shaky. And unfortunate for Dykey.
And it looks like he pointed to his hamstring on the left side. Don't want to speculate, but that's kind of moved his hands that way. And discover the difference with Covenant, your trusted partner for residential and commercial real estate sales, as well as building and remodeling projects. Whether you're searching for your dream home, seeking the perfect commercial space, or looking to transform your property through renovation or construction, Covenant is here to make your vision a reality. Contact owner Travis Atkinson today, and let's build something extraordinary together. Call 502-641-9951. One of the hugest investors in this whole thing, Brant, is, you know, we talk about Nick Hunter and Jessica and CJ, Andrew, everybody, but it's River City Mortgage has really, from Cincinnati, originated there. You know, hearing the story about Nick starting in his basement with one of his buddies and just kind of moving along in the whole aspect of getting that going and what he's been able to accomplish on that side, but really the cornerstone, the foundation of what the Southern Indiana FC Club is, and River City Mortgage has just been outstanding. Just everybody involved in it. I mean, there's people that are volunteering to be a part of this because of how special this whole operation is. And you got to give Nick Hunter and his staff a lot of credit at River City. They've just done a marvelous job. The offices, the services that they present have just, it's amazing. You kind of get chills because of the support, that there's someone out there willing to put in the investment in this, and such a wonderful sport. The beautiful game is what they call it, and they have literally placed that here in the center of New Albany. It's fantastic.
Yeah, they've been absolutely massive. Nick and everybody involved, they've been great. River City Mortgage, just fantastic. The buy-in has been great for everybody around here.
So that's going to bring him Abdullah Hajilani, number 16.
Abdul Hajjani coming in for Ozawa.
As he's getting his first appearance of the season. Did not appear in the last match against FK Han. And kind of interesting, Brand. It's kind of a different format as you bring a set 20 to each of your matches. The UPSL really wants to have about 40 to 50 guys on your roster, practice, get that exposure, and then, oh, there's a good through ball with speed. Can he get there? Into the 18, into the middle. A turn. Shot. Oh, good deep. And right off the body of Rojas. And just couldn't get a clean shot. So lots of action. Jaylani already causing havoc inside the 18. And we'll have a set piece on the right corner.
It was a great attack into the box. Great stop. Turn. Unfortunately, couldn't get it into the corner. But a fantastic stop at the box.
I don't think he wanted to shoot that with his left leg. He got into the right spot, but just couldn't get enough on it. But Fanazi will try to bend it in from the left.
Keeper did a great job making himself huge.
Long ball, and that's going to clear. I'll go the other way.
Another great opportunity for Southern Indiana FC.
So a little extra time added on because of the few injuries. Finazzi. Oh, here's a through ball. Shot off the keeper's hands, and it's in. Brant, you keep building the pressure, and then once it comes wild, and I'm telling you, these flips that these guys are doing after these goals, I just think I pulled a hamstring. Lee Florexile just got in a space, knocked it off Royas, and now it's 3-0.
Lee Florexile has been knocking on the door all game long. Finally breaks through, gets a fantastic opportunity on the net. Keeper can't stop it. 3-0, Southern Indiana FC. That pressure is what we keep talking about, John, and it has been, these backflips are incredible.
This is great.
These are incredible.
It's 3-0, but we have 6 outstanding takes to take from this fantastic camera work of our ISC crew. Because after every goal, it's been a backflip, I believe, and I'm getting headaches up here. But what a start for Southern Indiana in their home debut here on the ISC Sports Network. Fantastic offense from Lee Florexile.
Lee Florexile, he used his speed. It was a great through ball. Lee used his speed, broke through, fantastic finish. Keeper got a hand on it. Unfortunately, it still broke through.
And Brant, we had talked about the opposite side, is that sometimes it just takes a mistake in hopes of Chattanooga is really what we were talking about. Maybe there's a through ball, maybe there's a mistake on that back line. But right there, it was just simple pressure from Florexile being in a spot where the ball landed, and Royas really, he had to make a decision. And Florexile beat him to the ball, got it past him off the deflection into the net. Now it's 3-0, Southern Indiana, now a big hole for Chattanooga to try to climb out of.
Well, we talk about right place, right time. Lee Florexile was the man on the spot, and he beat the keeper. Here's another ball.
Here's another ball ahead. Florexile just ahead of that one.
Again, Lee Florexile knocking on the door again. He's been doing it all game. He's been caught off sides a couple times.
Lee has had an amazing week now with a goal here. He's been around the ball all match long, but congratulations for the father of a child just 2 days ago. So that's amazing. That's more important than this, but this isn't a bad celebration. Finazzi off his left boot, sailed it high, but the offense really pressuring here in the extra time here in the first half. And right now, it's just Chattanooga just does not want to make a mistake.
Southern Indiana FC, yes, Chattanooga doesn't want to make a mistake, but you can tell Southern Indiana FC, they are not letting off the gas.
This ball played back. Royas is going to come out and collect this. He's been busy back there so far this afternoon. We'll see what the second half brings up, but a lot of extra time here.
Southern Indiana FC, you look out there, and they're doing everything they can to win every single ball.
There's Jaylani. Now into the middle. Cameron Cool with the left. Deflected in the box, bicycle, and Royas collects it completely. So 2 bicycle kicks, more for aesthetic purposes so far. Haven't really been that effective. They look nice.
Backflips and bicycle kicks.
The backflips have been more impressive because they came after goals, but you can just the pure athleticism that this Southern Indiana FC team has is something to see. That'll be the true test. I want to see Zane Love, if he has a clean sheet, if he can do a backflip. That'd be some 6'5" backflip.
I don't know if Coach would recommend that.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach was like, Zane, you stay on your feet, please. Coming off injury, but so far has been pretty quiet back there, and that's a good thing. Now here's a run. Opportunity, and we're going to have a penalty inside the box. We'll see where they call it. And there's a red card.
Red card.
And that's going to call it an afternoon.
Clear scoring opportunity. Took him
Red
out.
card, 50th minute.
I don't think the ref had a choice there.
And now an opportunity for Southern Indiana to go up 4-0.
Yeah, clear red card. Wasn't going for the ball. clear scoring opportunity.
And call it what you want, because that was Amponsa, who already had the yellow earlier in the match. And so he would have been gone either way, but a clear tackle in a zone where that was pure frustration, and now an opportunity for Jay Lonnie to put Southern Indiana up 4-0 here in the first half. And he does, in the right side of the net, 4-0.
As smooth as it comes right there.
So Abdullahi Jailani comes in on the injury substitution, and already his first goal on the season has been around that 18, Brant, since he came in, causing pressure, being up in that box. And now it's 4-0 going into the half.
Yeah, he subs in for Dykey with Dykey's injury, and he picked up right where Dykey left off. Even picked the same corner. Fantastic half.
So we make it to the first half, and what a first half it was for Southern Indiana FC in their home opener. They leave the pitch for halftime up 4-0. We'll come back with some analysis and highlights. It's a UPSL debut right here on the ISC Sports Network.
Welcome to Chicken Salad Chick.
I've been looking for love. I've forgotten what I missed, but I remember that high. The first thing I'd say, this is pure, this is perfect. Something nothing else can do, just you. So give me you.
There's no place like the Chick.
Into the 18, turns, and finds the back of the net.
Season tickets are on sale right now. Just $50. And tickets to all 6 spring 2024 regular season home matches. VIP training sessions to watch and interact with the team. And 15% off all merchandise at SIFCmerch.com.
1-0 on an absolutely beautiful strike.
Southern Indiana FC.
The home crowd is absolutely loving this.
Fear the teal.
On a gorgeous Sunday at the Green Valley Soccer Complex in New Albany, Indiana, has the home debut of Southern Indiana FC playing host at Chattanooga United FC. And 4-0 explosion here in the first half on 2 PKs, a great strike on a free kick, a run by Lee Florexile. Brant, it has been nothing but offensive pressure from a team that came in knowing they were going to do that. We had mentioned in the preset that Chattanooga was built for defense, kind of restrict the offensive movement, but the speed and athleticism of Southern Indiana has just come on full display here, and that's why they're up 4-0 here in the first half. We still have 45 minutes of soccer to play.
We have 45 minutes to play, and you know Chattanooga's in there readjusting, right? They're adjusting everything that they started with. You know, the keys to the victory for Andrew and his team, for Southern Indiana FC, were dominate and control the midfield. Check. Limit transition moments. Check. And win the game in the first half. Take advantage of goal-scoring opportunities early. Make Chattanooga adjust at halftime. Check. All 3. And they're doing it with flying colors, unfortunately for Chattanooga.
I guess while you're over there, you can see the fan setup, the whole fan experience, and there is a tent out there for Chicken Salad Chick. It was absolutely fantastic. They make their own food from scratch every day, fresh quality ingredients, 12 flavors of chicken salad, soup, sides, sandwiches, desserts, traditional, savory, spicy, or fruity, nutty chicken salad, something for everyone. Brant, visit Chicken Salad Chick on Veterans Parkway in Jeffersonville. Coming soon to the Oxmoor Mall in Louisville, or you can order online. Do it today, do it whenever you want. Chicken Salad Chick's a very, very good supporter, very community-based supporter here of Southern Indiana FC. And Brant, when you take a look at the field right now, and it's the things like this. I mean, that is something, this temple wasn't built recently on soccer, but I remember my days in youth sports and T-ball and Pop Warner football and CYO basketball and all these different things where we get opportunities, and how cool it was to step on the field of the players that we're watching. And for these little ones, we talked about the Youth Academy, what Southern Indiana FC is going to bring for that they get an opportunity to shoot in the net, to score a goal, to go home, be like, I put it in the net, and I saw 4 goals in the first half, and we don't know how many are going to come in the second half, but just such a great opportunity. And again, it's the blueprint that the ownership and the support group of Southern Indiana FC has put together to do what we're doing today, and this is great for halftime.
I look out here, John, and we've got Kamal Yarbo out here, and Nick, the owner, out in net. And it's fantastic to see the community out here.
Yeah, if you can see, you mentioned Nick, the owner. If you can see the screenshot there on the right side of the net in the white hat, that is Nick Hunter, the owner, and also of River City Mortgage. Is that when you're out there and you can see Yarbo there, we talked with him earlier and just how excited he was. He was so happy about the broadcast that we're doing here with ISC. It's our debut for the UPSL, and boy, we couldn't have asked for anything better than that, huh?
We couldn't have asked for a better performance in the first half. We couldn't have asked for a better day. The crowd that's out here, the excitement that's here.
And in just a few months, the owners of Chicken Salad Chick, the owners here, also opening up Doghouse Beer Garden, hot dogs, burgers, sausages, chicken on King's Hawaiian Rolls, which I can feel myself getting bigger just thinking about this stuff, but it's coming soon to New Albany, be able to be official party zone for Southern Indiana Football Club, opening this May. There's 50 locations nationwide. You may have seen, may have heard it, and if you go, you know it's a very awesome place to go, and they deliver practically everywhere. So that's coming in May. It'll be the official home to watch Southern Indiana FC. And, of course, you're going to be able to watch it right here on the ISC Sports Network. Got all your streaming services. You can download the app on Google Play, Apple as well. And just we couldn't have asked for a better atmosphere here. Brandon, I do want to take a second because, you know, in the sports world in Indiana, we've got soccer just exploding. Our Indy 11 made the CBS debut yesterday playing Louisville. For their match, and of course our own Greg Rakestraw, the voice of the Indy 11, happy to have him give us the opportunity to do this here. I know he was real excited, big soccer guy, and so the sport is growing here, but still Indiana's a basketball state as much as we realize it. And of course our Purdue Boilermakers out in Arizona going for a national title, their first ever, which is great. But do want to mention something, some sad news yesterday. We have a lot of people on our crew that go back and forth between Butler University and ourselves, some back people. I do some work with Butler myself, and sad to say the last time that Indiana had a team in the finals was Butler back in 13, 14, Gordon Haywood days and whatever, and Blue the Third, the mascot, passed away yesterday. And one of the most recognizable mascots in all of college sports. And Blue the Fourth has done an amazing job of taking over the realms, and it's just one of those stout things. You think of Butler basketball, you think of Hinkle Fieldhouse, but you always think of Blue. And so my condolences to Blue the Third, just a great mascot. But you know what? He was a pet too. Yep. And he was a family member. So
you look at Blue, and every time you looked at Blue, you couldn't help but smile. And our condolences to Butler University and the Blue family.
Yeah, it's more of a celebration of that pup's life because he was there for a lot of exciting times on the campus of Butler up just north of downtown Indianapolis. So Blue the Third passed away yesterday, so we'll miss you, buddy. But there's a nice celebration down here in the home opener for Southern Indiana FC. And we're going to take a break. We'll come back, probably have some highlights for you. And look, Johnny Hunter staring me down in the face, eating his Skittles, having a great time. Right, buddy? We're all happy here in the booth because we're up 4-0. The debut of the UPSL and the ISC Sports Network and the home opener for Southern Indiana FC at the New Albany Soccer Complex, up 4-0. We'll be back on the ISC Sports Network.
Welcome to Chicken Salad Chick.
I've been looking for love. I forgot what I missed, but I remember that high. The first thing I'd say, this is pure, this is perfect. Something nothing else can do, just you. So give me you.
There's no place place like the Chick.
Southern Indiana FC.
Into the 18, turns, oh, and finds the back of the net.
Season tickets are on sale right now. Just $50. Tickets to all 6 spring 2024 regular season home matches. VIP training sessions to watch and interact with the team. And 15% off all merchandise at SIFCmerch.com.
1-0 on an absolutely beautiful strike.
Southern Indiana FC.
The home crowd is absolutely loving this.
Fear the teal.
Back at the New Albany Soccer Complex, brought to you by Foreverlawn Kentuckiana, is a premium synthetic turf partner of SIFC, specializing in residential putting greens, playgrounds, dog runs, and mini sports fields, as well as commercial dog parks, full sports fields, and playgrounds. No job is too big or too small with Foreverlawn Kentuckiana. The grass is always greener with Foreverlawn. And we always talk about highlights, and we do basketball a lot here, and we do a lot of football, and a lot of things happen, but boy, to get up 4-0, but a lot of offense and a lot happening for Southern Indiana FC in that first half. And you can just see a lot of action. Zane Love, that was really his only challenge throughout the first half. The defense has been spectacular on the side of Southern Indiana. And there's the rocket shot. Just Haji coming up from his back position and just a P in the right side of the net. And then Lee Florexile, just that pressure, Brant, inside the box, inside the 18, just causing commotion, getting in the way, blocking those defenders. And then, of course, the finish from Jaylani when he came in replacing Dykey. And you had mentioned that, Dykey has been such an offensive threat these first 2 matches. Went down to the injury, unfortunately. We hope he's okay. But sure, Abdalhai Jaylani comes in, and all that really was a number change, because the pressure that he added to that offensive strike attack from Southern Indiana FC didn't change.
Yeah, when Jaylani came in for Dykey, he knew, hey, I'm just in to fill this spot and take over exactly what Coach wanted me to do. Fill in, keep up the pressure, put it in the back of the net. So it's been nothing but pressure from the get-go from Southern Indiana FC. And Zane Love, like I talked about at the beginning of the game, make his life easy. And they have done just that.
And something now that you have to think about, Brant, and maybe you want to put on your coaching hat, and I'll try to as well, is that you think about where Coach Lewis Thorpe is for Chattanooga, and you're down 4-0, but now you're down 4-0, down a man, because Amponsa got either way, on that final call, it was a red card. It was a blatant red card, but he had drawn the yellow earlier, so he's out. So now Chattanooga's down a man. If you're already applying this pressure, getting up 4-0 with that pressure 11 on 11, what's 11 v 10 going to look like?
If I'm coach and I'm Chattanooga FC right now, I'm thinking, okay, not only are we down a man, we're down 4-0. How are we going to create an attack, but how else are we going to stop this Southern Indiana FC pressure? Because you've got it coming from both sides now. You have to score goals, but you have to keep Southern Indiana FC from breaking through as well. So right now it's really trying to figure out where can we get an attack? Where are we going to build? Are we going to build from the back? Are we going to continue to build from the back, or are we going to try to control the midfield? How are we going to get some pressure up top? How are we going to make Zane Love earn his keep today?
And an interesting thing to think about for Southern Indiana FC and Coach Andrew Minnis is now what is your game plan? We have talked about the whole time about how you keep the pedal to the metal, so to speak, and keep this pressure going. But is it a time now that you've seen that works? You've seen that the pressure works in 45 minutes of soccer, just a little bit added with the injury time, but that you've got 4 goals out of that, 2 off of basically free kick opportunity. You had Haji with the blast from the free kick, and then Lee causing that pressure. So you've seen a little bit of everything. Is it now that maybe you start trying to figure things out with different people, trying different opportunities, different tactics? Or if it's not broke, why fix it? Let's go for 8. We got 4 in the first half. Let's see how many we can get in the second.
Well, and like Coach Minnis said to us earlier this week, he wants to put his team in the best position possible to take away every point possible. Well, they're certainly in a good spot to take away the 3 points today. Now it's, at this point, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Keep up the pressure. Keep up the pressure.
So we will swap sides. It'll be white on right and then navy on left, at least from our camera angle. What has turned out to just be, and barely can see any clouds. And if they're here, they're just hanging around for a little bit because it's just a gorgeous day here in New Albany, Indiana.
Can we get this weather tomorrow for the eclipse?
You know, I'll be honest with you. I'm just not an eclipse guy. I just know that the moon's going to cover the sun, and to me, it's Monday. So we'll move on in the world of John Natali. But we are ready to go. Southern Indiana up 4-0. And we'll see what kind of pressure they bring this time. We'll see if Zane Love gets any action, what adjustments were made for Coach Lewis Thorpe and his Chattanooga United FC team wearing the Navy. And we're underway in the second half.
What we saw in the first half, John, is Southern Indiana FC was cool, calm, and collected on the ball. Chattanooga was very shaky. Can Chattanooga become that cool, calm, and collected on the ball and try to create some opportunities?
The unofficial number for attendance this afternoon is well over 600. And by bird's eye view, Brant, from where we are on our vantage point, it might be a little bit more than that as people keep flooding. That was paid attendance, but that was at the beginning, and that's just an outstanding crowd here on a Sunday.
Looks to me, it looks like more than that, John. It's an incredible crowd here today.
And you think about it, you know, it kind of made a gesture towards it. And here's an opportunity. It's Fanazi on the right side. Now inside the box. Fancy footwork. Has an opportunity. And it did go in. Okay, we had to make sure.
Incredible
but
step
one
over.
foot wet footwork from Matteo Fanazi. Just really by himself.
Goal in the 47th minute. Matteo Fanazi.
Yeah, great looking step over. Pushes it to the side. Puts it right past the keeper. Excellent finish.
And less than a minute into the second half, Southern Indiana FC adds to the lead. Now 5-0. And Brant, we talked about deja vu with Dykey, with Haji, with Lee. Everybody who's been getting points so far. And now, with an assist in the last match, Matteo Fanazi with his first goal, now with 3 points on this very young season.
Well, and on that possession, John, Fanazi just right down the side, broke past his defender, no pressure from him, took it into the box. Nice little set of footwork and an incredible finish in the box.
And the skill level from Fanazi in his midfield position. Something, Brant, that this Southern Indiana FC club is going to benefit from is that from every level, defense, midfield, forwards, can come forward and cause something on the offensive side. Such a luxury to have. And fast enough and aware enough to get back on defense. And that's why Zane Love has been quiet.
Yeah, they all have the skill set to come up, create opportunities, create pressure, give their teammates opportunities as well. They're a young team, but they seem like a very loaded roster, and it's exciting to watch.
And this right here is a little pressure from Chattanooga, see if they can build on it. A man down here to start the second half. It was Nicholas Amponsa, the red card. Late in the extra time in the first half, led to a penalty kick to put SIFC up 4-0. But another fun thing for the crowd today is adding to that community atmosphere and giving the fans something that is atypical, but and kind of outrageous. You know, everybody got free food for having the 3 goals. Didn't mention it in the first half because everything was happening so fast. But Wild Eggs presenting everybody in the crowd today with a $5 gift certificate because Southern Indiana FC has scored 3 goals. I'm just wondering if they score another one, they get 2? Do we get one?
Count me in.
Well, Wild Eggs. That's a delicious place, and now everybody, because of the 3 goals, will walk away with a $5 gift card. Feels almost NBA-ish. An opposing team misses 2 free throws. Free Chick-fil-A, free Wendy's, something like that. And crowd gets something here on the 3 goals by SIFC from Wild Eggs. And now they may get a double bonus because with the offensive struggles of Chattanooga right now, if they get a shutout, clean sheet, they'll walk away with a $7 gift card from Chicken Salad Chicks. So be lunch for the week from Wild Eggs and Chicken Salad Chicks. So Southern Indiana not just doing something for the league and improving their standings right now with a 5-0 advantage, but also getting the crowd involved. RP announcer Greg sending me some of those. Which came first, the Chicken Salad Chicks or the Wild Eggs? Having some fun here. He's happy. He's been busy today on that microphone. Greg from Cincinnati, former broadcaster in the sports world down in Cincinnati. Does a great job here. Nick found a good one. He'll be up here for all matches here at Green Valley Soccer Complex. Great guy. Happy to have him here. Now another opportunity. There's a change, and I think we do have a keeper change. For Chattanooga. Looks like Mackenzie Kimball, I think, has entered the net for Chattanooga. Kevin Kernan redirecting track for everybody. He's still telling people to calm down. People are still a little testy, really going towards Chattanooga. Frustrating day so far, down 5-0 heading into the 52nd minute.
Yeah, a lot of frustration coming from Chattanooga side.
Ball into the middle.
Can Chattanooga get something going here?
On the wing.
Great footwork.
And good skill. And we'll have looks like it's going to be a corner. So an opportunity set piece from the right side of the pitch for Chattanooga. Gavin Castle will send this in from the Chattanooga School of Arts and Sciences. He dressed for the 20 today. Older brother Aiden is on the team with him. Zane Love had to knock it out. First real opportunity. And that ball played forward. Can Southern Indiana clear? So Hunjimana Jaquez now in the second half, number 32. The midfielder, Bujumbura Burundi. And now SIFC on the attack. Ball a little heavy. They run over it. Chattanooga recovers, and they hold possession.
If I'm Chattanooga FC right now and we get an opportunity in front of the goal, I want more than one opportunity if we miss. The whole game, they've only had one opportunity.
Ball into the middle, nobody home. And now a run down the right side. There's a through ball. Oh, an opportunity for Chattanooga. Off the left foot, but just couldn't get enough meat on it. And Zane Love collects it.
Looked like the ball took a weird bounce right before he took that shot.
Eric Munoz has been up there a few times, number 23.
He had great speed down the side, cut it back in. Unfortunately, the ball took a funny bounce before he took that shot. Unfortunate.
Great story about Munoz. His great soccer player, clearly playing at this level and looking to move forward, but all because of his dad. A great relationship with his father, and the father played as well. And, you know, a lot of those late nights just in the backyard, just back and forth, and it's a good story that he does it for his father. And I don't know if he's watching at home. Hopefully he can, but It's a nice story when you get an opportunity to do something that both you and your dad like, and he's doing it well. One of the few bright spots here for Chattanooga so far. Opportunity.
Yeah, Munoz
Kimball
has been
comes out.
Munoz has been a fun player to watch so far today for Chattanooga. Like you said, bright spot.
And Brent, what we're going to see throughout this entire season is we're also going to see the growth of Southern Indiana FC. What we've seen is that initial 20 that is here today and that initial 11 that was on the pitch in the first half, we've seen a few substitutions here, is that really what are we going to see come week 6, come week 7, even with some of the away games, and when we come back and when we do our 3rd and 4th home game, what 11 is really going to be the team that we see on a consistent basis? Because if it's just a mishmash of players right now, we're getting 5-0 just going into the 55th minute, it's a lot that we can see. And we're going to have a foul, and that's right outside the box, and we're going to have a yellow card. And that's going to go on Diallo Irakoze.
Yellow card SIFC. Diallo Irakoze.
Oh, I guess not. That's going to go on. That was Abdullah Jailani.
Correction, yellow card.
So as Kernan held up the yellow, it was Koze that was there, but when we look at the replay, that was clearly Abdullah Jailani. So he'll get the yellow.
Great opportunity here for Chattanooga.
Just outside the box. And this is going to come on. It'll either be, it's going to be Claire who takes it. Tries to swing it in and just wide of the net. A good strike by Claire, but just sent it wide. It'll be a goal kick for Southern Indiana.
Yeah, it was a great strike just outside. Zane didn't seem too concerned about it. Great strike, though. When you're outside of the box, just at that distance, that's a great scoring opportunity.
That right there, probably the one, if not the best opportunity for Chattanooga to get on the board.
Well, John, you and I were talking just a second ago about the roster and the roster changes and stuff like that. If I'm Coach Andrew Minnis right now, I'm excited because the changes that he's made, the chemistry that they have so far, it's been fantastic to watch.
Here's a run. Koze was there, but Kimball comes out.
If I'm coach, I'm feeling anybody I put in to replace another player, I'm getting the same chemistry as there was before.
And as a coach, and especially a young coach, Minnis, only 24 years old.
It's
a
incredible.
player himself, has been playing a long time. Initially, and kind of a sad story for what happened to the program that dissolved, has started off his career as a Bearcat down at the University of Cincinnati, and unfortunately that program dissolved. And he found his way to Bellarmine, double major, sports psychology, sports management. And then just as a player, asked him the question is, where did you receive your coaching from? And he said, well, he's been doing it since he was 16 years old, just in different kind of categories, and what he's learned from his coaches and just getting that exposure on the pitch, whether you're playing it or coaching it, is so useful and helpful. Head ball, and just sailed over. So there was an opportunity, but Southern Indiana FC just got under it, and that'll be a goal kick.
Yep, great ball into the box, put a head on it, just couldn't quite finish it. And talking about Coach, listening to him in our call this week, his knowledge of the game, his love for his players at the tender age of 24, it's incredible. It's incredible. He's excited to be part of it, and his players are bought into what he is preaching.
And it really is a decision on his part that he can actually come out and play if he wants to. He has the ability.
Get a little player-coach action.
Reminds me, and I was about to make a Cleveland reference, but no one would get it, so I'll leave it alone. I'm just excited about Cleveland hosting the championship game today because of Caitlin Clark, and I know that the card has already been handed to the ownership of the Fever to select her number one, and she's going trying to ride out in the sunset with a championship, because she definitely will be the #1 pick when the Fever turn in their card.
And I know what Caitlin Clark means to the growth of basketball here in Indiana, but I also love what Southern Indiana FC is to the growth of soccer in Indiana.
And even our crew up here, CJ and Greg, are keeping an eye on that Iowa game in Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland, Ohio, as Dawn Staley's Gamecocks up 54-46 in the third quarter. They tipped off right about when we started here, about 3 o'clock. And Chattanooga, Brent, they just seem deflated. You know, you look up at that scoreboard, you see 5-0, and at really this point.
Well, and for Chattanooga right now, yes, they are down 5-0 right now. But how can we build towards next week? How can we build towards our next match? What have we seen today? How can we move forward from a game like today?
And is it something for Coach Lewis Thorpe? I mean, what can you take out of this? You can see that speed is your weakness, and Southern Indiana has emphasized that, and they've been attacking really all match long. We've rarely seen them on the opposing attacking third having to defend. We've mentioned it many times. Zane Love, very relaxed, very calm back there, hasn't had a lot of work, and all the attack has come on Southern Indiana's attacking third. What does Lewis Thorpe say? Say, hey, we just got to get better defensively? Or, I mean, does he really change his first 11? Does he have to go back through the whole cycle and find out what's going to work? Because down 4-0 in that first half, that's real tough to come back from when you really don't have an offensive threat.
Unfortunately for Chattanooga, you're a defensive-minded team first, and it wasn't working today. So you need to go back to the drawing board and say, hey, if we're a defensive-minded team, we have to get stronger at the back. Does our midfield need to step up? We need to create opportunities up top. How are we going to do that if we're building out of the back?
We'll have a free kick here in a dangerous position. Southern Indiana has really done well on these set pieces. So it's going to be Ibrahim Kadic or Mara. It's Mara. Oh, sailed it high into the right corner, but good hands from Kimball. So a great strike, but better save by Mackenzie Kimball.
Yeah, Kimball read that one great. That was fantastic. Great save.
Here's some speed down the right side. That's Munoz again.
Munoz getting pushed all around, stayed on the ball. Fantastic concentration. Another opportunity for Chattanooga here.
Claire outside the box. Sent one wide of the net in his last set piece opportunity. A little bit closer this time, a little bit further down on the 18 on the right side.
Need to see some more movement by Chattanooga in the box.
There's a strike, sails it long, and that's just going to go to nowhere. So it'll be a goal kick for Southern Indiana. No threat from Chattanooga.
Yeah, I saw hardly any movement in the box from Chattanooga.
We're going to have some substitutions for Southern Indiana. It'll be Omar Makuma and Sidi Muhammad. Makoma made an appearance in the last match against FK Han. This will be Muhammad's first appearance of the season.
Makuma and Muhammad coming on the pitch for Southern Indiana FC.
Getting some fresh legs out there.
And he replaces Finn Rayleigh and Diali Rakoze. They've been busy today.
I'll tell you what, Finn Rayleigh was exciting to watch today. The build-up from the side, the action on the ball that he was seeing for a young player, absolutely exciting.
From right here in New Albany, Indiana.
Bright future for him for sure. Great skill on the ball.
And aggressive. He did earn a yellow card, but staying with his man and not allowing nothing dangerous that it forced anything where Chattanooga could capitalize off of it. This ball headed back. Zane Love will take plenty of time. No hurry to do anything. Just over 64 minutes here left in the second half. Southern Indiana FC in their home debut on a beautiful Sunday afternoon with a 5-0 advantage.
I'm not seeing much urgency from Chattanooga right now. And again, that's another building block for Coach. When we're down, we need to show more urgency.
And an opportunity for players to, you know what, we're down a man, we're down 5-0, but what can I do to stand out? It hasn't been much of a team game for Chattanooga. There seems to be no cohesiveness in their offensive sets or trying to establish any offensive threat. Just seems to be throw the ball ahead and see if someone can run under it. But there might be a spark out there. We've talked about Munoz a couple times, number 23. He's got speed. He pressures the back line. He stays on the back line defender. So if he can get free, it's just a matter of getting that ball to him, which has been difficult for the Navy today.
Yeah, unfortunately, Chattanooga hasn't been able to feed him the ball much. And when they do feed him the ball, he's having to do a lot of work against that Southern Indiana FC defense.
They collapse. And, you know, when you get the ball up front with this Navy Chattanooga team, it's usually two white shirts that are on you immediately.
And you talked about cohesiveness. Southern Indiana FC has been everything cohesive today. They have been fantastic today. The chemistry that we've seen so far, it has been excellent. Everybody's getting involved from Southern Indiana FC today.
Discover the difference with Covenant, your trusted partner for residential and commercial real estate sales, as well as building and remodeling projects. Whether you're searching for your dream home, seeking the perfect commercial space, or looking to transform your property through renovation or construction, Covenant is here to make your vision a reality. Contact owner Travis Atkinson today, and let's build something extraordinary together. Call 502-641-9951. The pressure has kind of subsided a little bit for Southern Indiana FC, but we believe that Andrew Minnis is now just looking for combinations. What's going to work down the line? Because we believe that as we get further into the season and the way it's hard to judge after two games. You don't want to look too far ahead. But right now the goal advantage for Southern Indiana is 9-1 and what they've been able to score, which is very impressive after two matches. So you know that they can score. The defense has been solid. The one goal that they allotted was on a penalty kick.
Right. Yeah, right now he's just looking to see, okay, what players work well together. From what we've seen, everything's working well together.
And once again, Kevin Kernan having to tell Chattanooga, we need to stop this.
Cameron Cool down there on the field. Talk about cool, calm, and collected.
There's a ball to the right side, just outside the 18. Finazzi into the box, and easy save for Kimball. Met the fine people at Chicken Salad Chick today. Food made from scratch every day, quality ingredients, 12 flavors, soups, sides, sandwiches, desserts, something traditional, savory. I'm a spicy guy, love that stuff, and the fruity, nutty chicken salad, something for everyone there. Visit Chicken Salad Chick on Veterans Parkway in Jeffersonville, and soon to be in Oxmoor Mall down in Louisville. And you can order online at any time. Chicken Salad Chick. That's a wonderful sponsor here of Southern Indiana FC. There's Munoz. And you can see, he's out there, but you see 5 white jerseys, and he kind of has to navigate himself through that. Finally gets help. And we'll have a whistle, and a yellow is going to come out. So Kevin Kernan didn't like something. This is Gavin Castle. And right there, you saw the right leg swipe, and Kevin Kernan was right there.
The ref was not a fan of that.
And in the book goes Castle.
Frustration.
He did not like that.
Yellow card, Chattanooga, in the 69th minute.
So Gavin Castle goes in the book.
Gavin Castle.
And you said it, Brent. It's frustration at this point. It was a foul that was going the other way. Could have been a quick set piece. Chattanooga could have got something quick, but Castle made the swipe with his right leg, and Kevin Kernan was right there to write him up. And Mateo Finazzi comes off after a great match. That's because of Ole Dickman.
Replacing Mateo Finazzi.
Ole Dickman from New Albany, Indiana. And we talk about the youth. And Ole Dickman, high school. And look at the opportunity he has here in the UPSL. Just a bright future for number 12.
Yeah, we talked to Ole Dickman before the match today, John, and he's just very excited. He's excited to be here, excited for the opportunity to play for Southern Indiana FC, getting this playing time.
And something that was, a sight to see, a young athlete like that, where he was so excited to be here, but now that he's out in match play, you're going to see a different person. We saw Ole Dickman, the human being, the young kid. Hey, I'm in high school. I'm playing for UPSL team. But you'll see it here. If number 12 gets the ball, he can do some things and cause some havoc, especially on the offensive side.
Absolutely.
Very calm and collected. You see him there in the middle. Now he's got the ball.
Yeah, no hesitation on the ball.
Gavin Castle just around everything right now. And now we're just moving people away. And Gavin Castle is just having himself a regular conversation between him and Kevin Kernan. That might be second yellow is going to get him out of this match. He's got to be careful. This ball played back. Zane Love out of his box, trying to stretch those legs. That's really the most action he's had in about 15 minutes here in the second half, approaching the 72nd minute in the second half. One goal for Southern Indiana FC after a 4-goal explosion in the first half, went into the half 4-0.
It's a fun fact about Ole Dickman, John. This is his home field. He's right at home here.
The New Albany Bulldogs, both the boys and girls soccer programs, call this pitch home. It's a beautiful surface. You can see the Bulldog in the middle there. And Ole Dickman, 4 years, so he's very familiar with this surface. Opportunity. That ball a little heavy, played to the outside. That's Mukoma. Now played far right. And we'll have a corner. So really, the first opportunity, a couple of runs, but Kimball has done a good job in collecting that. Actually, it's not. It's going to be a goal kick, so reversal of call. I don't know where that came from. But 73rd minute. Southern Indiana up 5-0 in their home debut here at the Green Valley Soccer Complex, home of the New Albany Bulldogs.
Like you said, John, not too many opportunities for Southern Indiana FC here in the second half. Maintaining possession.
And this is more of a, don't want to say makeshift lineup that's out there, but we've seen some substitutions, right, about 4 or 5. There were some new starters. Not the same in the second half. We saw some people come on and off the pitch here in the second half. There's an opportunity. Kimball there. But I think right now, Brant, is you're seeing a lot of individual soccer from Southern Indiana FC in the first half. A lot more cohesive, a lot more team play. Right now, it's just kind of, let me see what I can do on my own. Not really constructing the offense, but able to complete passes because Chattanooga's down a man.
Yep. Definitely not as cohesive as we saw in the first half. Not as many opportunities. Great clearance there.
And that ball knocked out, and I believe this will be a corner set piece on the left side, coming up from our vantage point.
Again, one of few opportunities here in the second half for SIFC.
This will be David Ibrahim Kadic. Cousin Igor also on the team, Bosnia-Herzegovina. Played locally around here, so a good story. A lot of locality here for the Southern Indiana Football Club.
Corner kick, that's SIFC.
Into the box, low, volleyed up. Now is settled, not clean. Still maintains, though. Now an opportunity into the box. Headed away. Southern Indiana trying to create something here. They'll hold it.
Now,
reset.
Now, John, if I'm the coaching staff for Chattanooga FC, I take an opportunity like that. You clear the ball out of the box. What can I build off of there? What can I build off of there? How can I create an opportunity up top for my team to go score some points? Unfortunately, we're not seeing it today.
Now a run into the middle. And now a setup. Oh, good ball into the 18. Here's a shot and lofted high. So the best opportunity right there.
It was a great ball in by Ole Dickman. Unfortunately, shot way high.
Jaylani just got under it and pulled his head up, and that ball sailed way high of the net. But better offense.
Starting to see a little more pressure here, John.
The 76th minute in the second half. The home debut for Southern Indiana FC. This ball cleared back. Antone Francisco. Haven't said his name a lot, but he is a captain on this team, number 20. And very vocal, another team leader, clearly because of the captain's band. From Elche, Spain. Had a goal in the last match, but does a wonderful job aligning that back group. That's why the cohesiveness of that back line, having both him and Zane Love back there. Again, Zane Love in his first match back from injury. But when you have that kind of communication, it really helps out the younger players. And there's a lot of them on this SIFC club.
Yeah, the power of the back line here for SIFC is pretty incredible.
And as I mentioned, Antone back to Love. Love's got to hurry, a lot of pressure, but he boots it out. So it seems to be like a victory here, up 5-0. About 12 minutes left, coming up on the 78th minute here. Is that Southern Indiana will head to Dalton, Georgia, take on Paul DePay FC on Saturday, April 13th. So 6 days rest. And then we'll be back here on the ISC Sports Network. Friday Night Lights, April 19th versus the Bowling Green Golden Lions. 8 p.m. start. And as I mentioned, as I'm talking about home games and what they're doing, we get our 6th goal of the match, 6-0. Just a beautiful pass into space, and there it goes. That's a hockey assist, a double assist. And Fonley Mara
SIFC goal, the 6th of the match.
Mara, the right place, right time.
79th minute.
And something, you know, Brant, and that's really what that was. You really don't see, or they really don't call the double assist much, but that exactly is what that was.
Yep.
You saw Mukoma have it. The quick pass, I believe, that was Haji, but to Mara for the goal. And
I don't know if that was a deflection off, but Mara, right place, right time, puts it past the keeper. Excellent finish. And 6-0, John. 6-0. Obviously, SIFC not trying to run up the score, but at the same time, if I'm Coach Minnis, I'm looking ahead to next week, thinking, okay, what are some wins aside from the score today? What are some wins that we can take to Georgia next week? And that is power of possession. Power of possession going into next week, the cohesiveness.
So another opportunity for Southern Indiana FC on a corner. 6-0. Now the goal differential so far in 2 matches, 10-1.
2 passed it to 16. We passed it to 21 and scored.
And the misery continues for Chattanooga United FC. On the corner, 7-0.
SIFC goal on the own goal in the 81st minute, 7-0.
Ole Dickman took the corner and unfortunately bounced off a Chattanooga player into the net. Unfortunate for Chattanooga. Fortunate for SIFC. We've got a 7-0 match right now, John.
So Southern Indiana collects the extra point after the pick six, after the touchdown, 7-0. They'll set the kickoff here. This is an unbelievable performance for the home crowd here. You couldn't have asked for anything better than this. And I don't know if Ole Dickman knew something that we didn't, this being his home turf. Maybe he knew a spot on the pitch where, hey, if I can hit it here, I know it's going to take a wacky bounce, but deflection off of a Chattanooga United FC player and into the net. Now 7-0 advantage Southern Indiana. There's a run. That's Connor Stiles up there now. Connor from Tunnel Hill, Georgia. And you can faintly hear Lewis Thorpe. You can hear him down on the sideline. He's still guiding his players. He hasn't given up. You know, a lot of these teams in the UPSL, they're going to have rough starts because everybody basically is starting anew. There are a lot of established franchises in this league, but there are a lot of new franchises, these two being 2 of them.
That own goal coming off a corner kick by Ole Dickman.
Yeah, and if I'm coach for Chattanooga right now, I'm letting my players know, hey, we're out of this one, but we're not out of this one at the same time. We can still learn. We can still pick up. We can still build that cohesiveness together, work together as a team.
There's Mukoma. And Morris sends it in. Kimball comes. Well, May comes around. You'll have a new place to watch all of Southern Indiana FC's home games here on the IC Sports Network, and that's the Doghouse Beer Garden. Hot dogs, burgers, sausages, chicken, all on King's Hawaiian Rolls. We'll be here in New Albany, as I said, in May, the official party zone for Southern Indiana Football Club. More than 50 locations nationwide. You may have stopped at one. You know it's absolutely delicious and just a great place. And it's the owners of Chicken Salad Chick here that'll be opening that. So a great place to watch your Southern Indiana FC right here on the ISC Sports Network. 84th minute. Ball sent long. That's Styles up there.
Good build-up out of the back by Chattanooga there. Unfortunate the ball was played long.
And now some numbers. That's a through ball and right to Kimball. You know, we talk about the turf and just the beauty of this field, and another great sponsor that is just throughout the beginning has been Forever Long Kentuckiana. Synthetic turf partner of SIFC, residential putting greens, playgrounds, dog runs, basically everything you see like the beautiful pitch in front of you today. No job is too big, too small with Forever Long Kentuckiana. Grass is always greener with Forever Long. You got to give credit to the UPSL and just the facilities that these athletes play on, just amazing. You can see the lights here, kind of that LED look. They don't shine bright on you, just kind of hover over. That Friday night game on the 19th is going to be something exciting for us. It'll be like Friday night football for real in the international sense. I know, Brant, you're familiar with that.
Yes, sir. No, I'm so excited for that Friday night game. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Got some frustration out there.
And we got a yellow. So they keep racking up. That's going to go on Marcus Odini.
Yellow card, Chattanooga FC in the 86th minute.
And I don't know if it's the Chattanooga School for Arts and Sciences, but a teammate of Aiden Castle, and Aiden's brother Gavin has been involved in a few scuffles himself. So the Arts and Sciences, I don't know what art it is. I don't know if it's Kung Fu or UFC, what that art is, but very aggressive out on the pitch. Another yellow for Chattanooga.
Yeah, a few scuffles here today.
And Brent,
Not
you
unlikely.
understand it. Sometimes a yell just comes out of pure frustration. That's just a human element of the sport.
You're down 7-0. Nothing has really gone your way all day. You haven't had very many opportunities. It's bound to come through.
And you've been on both sides of the coin.
I have.
And sometimes when you're down in a match like this 7-0, it seems like almost even if you score, it will almost make you feel worse because you know that one is not even close to getting you back. So you just really want to be out there and make no mistakes. And this is what you don't want to see late in the match, heading on the 87th minute.
Yeah, you don't want to see injury this late in the match. A match where you're up 7-0. You don't want to lose any key players. You don't want to lose any players, but key players especially.
Discover the difference with Covenant, your trusted partner for residential and commercial real estate sales, as well as building and remodeling projects. Whether you're searching for your dream home, seeking the perfect commercial space, or looking to transform your property through renovation or construction, Covenant is here to make your vision a reality. Contact over Travis Atkinson today at Let's Build Something Extraordinary Together. Call 502-641-9951. And right now, Southern Indiana probably just content with, I think Coach Andrew Minnis say, just play collective soccer, smart soccer. No reason to, I know some of the players, you always have that intuition to get another goal, but there's that little rule book, the unofficial rule book that all athletes have.
Yep, now it's just possession. Play a little keep away. Build some cohesiveness with your teammates. Keep possession.
Got to make sure that when we come back here on April 19th on the ISC Sports Network for that match against Bowling Green Golden Lions, that'll be Friday at 8 p.m. here on the ISC Sports Network. Come out early. If you're a fan, if you're coming to the match, be sure to come out early for the fan zone. There's games, giveaways. Brent, we had mentioned there are players out there shaking hands, everything, introducing themselves. Big merchandise table. River City Mortgage, New Albany Heating and Air Conditioning is out there. Chicken Salad Chick, Forever Lawn. There'll be many more sponsors coming in and out for the Fan Zone experience. La Katrina, Starlight Coffee. They have teal cotton candy over there. They're really getting into it, the teal sugar.
The boys in teal.
It's a nice element. I mean, it's funny to think about because it's cotton candy. It's a concession, but you think about the aesthetics of it, of just putting everything together. Hey, we can serve cotton candy, or we can do cotton candy that's relative to what we're trying to do. And it's just one of those little things that makes Southern Indiana step up and shine out amongst a lot of the other clubs that we've been seeing lately. And again, just putting all the right elements together, from the cotton candy to the play on the field.
Yep, every aspect, from the little things to the big things, and it's been fun to see here for Southern Indiana FC.
And that'll do it. In their home debut, Southern Indiana FC knocks off Chattanooga United FC 7-0 as the Teal moved to 2-0 on the season. The loss keeps Chattanooga United FC winless, falling to 0-2. Want to send out a special thank you to our incredible Indianapolis ISC Sports Network crew for their outstanding work this afternoon, and to our entire viewing audience. And we will see you back here on Friday, April 19th, when Southern Indiana plays host to the Bowling Green Golden Lions. First touch at 8 p.m. From our broadcast partner, Brant McCoskey, I'm John Natali. And our final from New Albany, Southern Indiana FC 7, Chattanooga United FC 0. Have a pleasant evening, everyone.
Welcome to Chicken Salad Chick.
I've been looking for love. I forgot what I missed, but I remember that high. First thing I'd say, this is pure, this is perfect. Something nothing else can do, just you. So give me you.
There's no place like the Chick.
Southern Indiana FC.
Into the 18, turns, oh, and finds the back of the net.
Season tickets are on sale right now. Just $50. Tickets to all 6 spring 2024 regular season home matches. VIP training sessions to watch and interact with the team. And 15% off all merchandise at SIFCmerch.com.
1-0 on an absolutely beautiful strike.
Southern Indiana FC.